today everybody wants to know what is it that Ayurveda can contribute. I keep joking. It's like going and looking out for a well, where to dig the well to get water to put out the fire. This should have been built up from beginning. But even now, at this late stage, there are preventives. There are decoctions which you can take, which are giving a large number. In the villages where we have another hospital, we're giving nearly 40,000 people that. And so far, thank God, none of them have had any attack. And now we have started in Chennai a research project in Stanley Medical College. The government wants us to give medicine to all the policemen, which we started day first today. So it can remove that illness from your body. It is just a lack of immunity. And Ayurveda is basically giving you resistance and immunity. So this science from nowhere, God was kind. I could take it up as the first project to WHO World Health Organization. Even one of your colleagues in Nani Homes was a WHO person whom I knew in those 70s. We did a research project and a solid research project of the world's highest protocol, along with the UCLA of America. And the American doctor came and said, after 8 years of critical study, Ayurveda is as efficient as Western medicine without the side effect of methotrexate. That was a great hit that came in the American journals, and thereafter its history from almost every country now, including China and Japan, Turkey, Greek, many countries. Doctors are coming here to learn Ayurveda. And here in India, when we were the first ones to start a Gurukula college, just behind the mountains in front of your Nani homes, in the forest, even now only elephants come there, 100% free, boarding, lodging, tuition, books and clothes. The teacher and the taught lived together, and it was a 7-year course. And all those Vaidyas have become eminent Vaidyas in the world, and they are the ones who revived the science. And today there is so much of demand. And that time I was into begging, asking for students. Even though it was free, nobody was prepared to give the children to them. But today, for 20, 30 seats, we get more than 400 applications. So the science has revived and come back, but there's a long way to go. There's a lot of repairs to be done. My life mission was fighting with the government. I keep telling, I got Padma Shri for doing wrong things against the government. My college was not recognized. They said we cannot affiliate because I had said you have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You have to do your jabam, you have to do meditation, you have to read your Bhagavad Gita, yogasanam, kalari fighter, all that the ancient masters had done. My father was a great eminent Vaidya, the first student of the founder of Kottakkal Ayurveda P.S. Warrior. I asked him, how did you become a good Vaidya? He said, 20 hours a day. 20 years I sat at the feet of my master and little Ayurveda. So imagine to learn little Ayurveda, 20 hours a day, 20 years. And today we have a syllabus, 4.5 years, 4 hours a day, 200 days a year. How are you going to expect? And unless and until you are a good Vaidya, those days there were encyclopedia Vaidya. I myself had the good fortune of working with so many masters and used to find miracles being done with them. Even before the patient comes, they predict and say, keep these medicines ready. The next patient on the way is so and so. So keep the medicine ready. How did they have the vision? And imagine 10,000 years back, how did they develop these 64 Shastras? Where did they do it? They didn't have laboratories. They didn't have study centers. They didn't have libraries. But all this came from your consciousness. And today, with the limited brain, which is so full of capacity of unwanted distractions, you expect somebody to learn the science. So even now, on a daily basis, I'm taking up with the government of India that the syllabus has to go back to the ancient days, teaching them also allied shastras. In Ayurveda, we say there is a group of disease called asadhya rogas, which means you cannot incurable disease. But applying astrology, I have found what was the reason. And would you believe majority of the reasons for people who come from whichever part of the world is your Kuladeva Kobam. Whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, your Kuladeva Kobam. And all of us sold our great ancestral homes, within which, inside the Machu, the Kerala, and the Tamil Nadu friends must be knowing, inside the house where you have a granary, they had kept small Devi and Devans. All this was discarded. And the Sarpa cow, second major disease was Sarpadosham. And for all this, that is that area of Ayurveda called Deva Vipashya Chikitsa. Many of your regular visitors to our Dhanvantari temple, and I find patients even in the intensive care unit where the doctors have informed that you can inform the relatives, not much time left, walking out happily after doing very, very interesting karmas. So Ayurvedic Pharma's mission is to revive all the ancient sciences. And for that, we need to have a different type of education. So that is one of my missions now. A lots of research to be done, a lots of medicine plant cultivation to be done. Tanjore Saraswati Mahal Library itself has about 42,000 unopened farm manuscripts lying available. Somebody has to do a survey of that. So it's not even halfway, I would say. It's a long way to go. I don't want to take your time by giving a long lecture to all of you because many of you must be knowing what I'm already speaking. I was told that you would be liking to ask me questions, and I'd be more than happy to share my thoughts. Otherwise, it looks very embarrassing to keep on talking of what I did and what I did and all that. And Vedanta, we say, don't use the word I at all, because you are only a sakshi and a witness, and you are not the doer of anything that you claim that you achieve. So with these few words, I'll stop here. Please feel free to ask questions either through the screen in person or through the chat. You can send your question. I'd be very happy to try my best how to give you a proper reply. Namaskar.
யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின் கேட்கறதுக்கு இருந்தா கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுங்க. ரெசிடென்ட்ஸ் அனைவருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். ஒன்ஸ் மோர் ஐ ஆம் எக்ஸ்பிளைனிங் தட் உங்களுக்கு யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது ஒரு சந்தேகம் இருந்து அவங்க கிட்ட கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டியது ஏதாவது இருந்தா கேளுங்க.
சார் நமஸ்காரம்.
ஆமாம்.
என் பேர் ராமன். சார், the new theory is going round and round. That coronavirus is airborne. Is it true?
That's exactly what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's part of the Bhuta Vidya, which is in the atmosphere.
Okay.
And Oxford University, through modern science, has also proved the same. It did not start anywhere in China. One of our great acharyas, I can send it to Ramchandranji, has given a talk, Acharya Vasudevanji, how it is there in the atmosphere. And it does not do anything when it's outside your body. Only when it enters your body, it does all the damage. And that's why they say, cover yourself, be careful not to shake hands and touch others and get their sweat and all that. It is in the atmosphere. And it's nothing new which came up in the atmosphere. It has always been there. Man had the resistance, the capacity.
Corona பத்தி ஆன்சர் பண்ணு. Ayurvedic doctor lecture.
Okay. Apart from wearing mask, is there any other precautions we should take?
There. Yeah. There are
apart from
certain toxins which you can consume, and that will keep your lungs clean, your respiratory can improve, and your general immunity can also improve. And that's why the Prime Minister keeps talking about taking Chyawanprash. Not necessary. There are simple having
Ayurvedic doctor lecture expert.
There are simple remedies which I can send it to your office.
Please.
I can make it and give it to you.
Okay.
Like we are giving in our temple every day a simple kashayam which whoever wants come and take it. And touch wood, so far nobody has reported that they ever had any such problem, including no cold, no cough, no fever. The prior symptoms, even that has not come up for them.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
Dr. Krishna Kumar ji.
Sir, good
Good
evening,
afternoon,
doctor. Lalita Sethuraman. Hello.
Namaskar,
Hello.
ma.
Hello, doctor.
Namaskar.
I'm Lalita Sethuraman from
ಹೇಳಿ
Facebook.
ಕೇಳ್ಕತ್ತೆ.
Hello.
Namaskar, ma.
Hello. Doctor, I'm Lalita Sethuraman from Facebook. You
Yes,
talked
ma'am.
about some decoction, some kashayam medicine.
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
available? How to get it?
தமிழ்ல
Well, we can send it to you. I can send it to your home. To somebody, we can send it. We
Yeah,
send
very
the
good.
formula also. Even
Then
in
how
Europe,
to approach you?
I'm sure I will send it to you. Don't worry. I'll send it to Sri Ramchandran ji, and I'll send you the herb combination
Okay.
and the kashayam. And those of you want to take it,
கஷாயம் ஏதோ கஷாயம் சொல்றேன்.
yes, we'll send it.
Okay, doctor, one more question. See, basically, I'm from Kerala, I'm from Trivandrum. So we
Yes.
used to take only Chukuvella. We used to call it Chukuvella, Daga Samani something. Is it that? Is it that?
Yeah, something like that. Even the chukku is supposed to be very
Yeah,
good.
okay.
And jeeragam, and especially for elders like you all,
ஜீரகம்.
you have a lot of
chukku jeeragam.
problems.
நீ இன்னும்
blood
சாப்பிட
problems.
போயிட்டியா?
So
மஞ்சள்
chukku,
பொடியும்
jeeragam, all that removes your phlegm and gives you better.
பெப்பர் உடம்பு நல்லதாச்சே தொண்டைக்கு.
And one more question, sorry.
Please.
And the Agastya Rasayanam, they used to talk about Agastya Rasayanam. Is it
Yes.
helpful?
ஜீரக கஷாயம்.
Very, very helpful. Very helpful. Gives you a lot of stamina.
Oh, so we can have it.
மிளகு ஜீரக.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
There is
It is very good for health. Very good for
Okay.
stamina.
So is it available with you? Can I buy it from you? Hello? No audio. No audio. Not able to hear, sir.
Doctor ji, you are muted. Doctor ji, you have been muted. We cannot hear you.
From your end,
Muted,
please
yeah.
don't mute it.
Hello.
Yeah. I can send it across to you
Okay.
with the formula. Just
Okay.
give your name to Sri Ramchandran ji. I will send it to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Not at all. ma, Not at all.
Yeah, good
Very
afternoon,
useful.
Dr. Krishna
Okay.
Kumar ji.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Jay Kumar,
Yes,
and
sir.
thank you for your enlightening talk. I have a question.
Please.
So considering during these times, Ayurveda and our traditional treatments have been looked upon as potential lifesavers because of properties like its ability to increase our immunity and so forth. And
That's
so the
right.
government is also encouraging, and of course Modi ji, we remember very well, he had consulted with you also. I think a month or two ago, we've seen the interview also.
Yes, sir.
And so, for example, one of my friends had started Ayurveda Institute, Sriranga Ayurveda Chikitsalaya in Mysore,
I see.
and they are doing wonderful work. They have done some great cures and all that. So they had sent an application to the Ayush Ministry to test their treatments on COVID patients. And so they have not.
Please
They have
continue.
not heard from the government. So I'm just curious, what is the government's instead of I would have expected the government to have encouraged such such approaches, initiatives by our own Indian organizations and scientists. So I'm just curious to hear about your views on that.
Yes, sir. Actually, government called for research projects, and it is for the Mysore Institute gentlemen to prepare a project where we can help them how to prepare it and submit it to the government, for which even grants are being given by them. Government doesn't have the facility to take up and study products, because from all over India, first time, I keep saying Corona is Karunya. The Lord, for the first time, all the Vaidyas right from Kanyakumari to Assam have come together, and every Vaidya has got one cure. So government cannot test it out. But if this gentleman can write to me, or he can write to you and you can pass it on to the office,
Okay.
we can help him to prepare a research project and
அது என்னது?
Okay. Sure, Dr. Krishna ji, I heard you. Thank you very much for your advice. I will definitely be in touch with you.
Please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
ஹலோ நமஸ்காரம் டாக்டர்.
நமஸ்காரம்மா.
எனக்கு ஒரு क्वेश्चन இருக்கு.
Yes, ma'am.
இப்போ இந்த ஆயுர்வேதா பேசிக்கலி அந்த 3 தோஷத்தை பத்தி பேசுறது இல்லையா?
Correct, ma. Yes.
இப்போ வயசாயிருச்சு, கொஞ்சம் இம்பேலன்ஸ்ல தான் நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம் வருதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இந்த மூட்டு வலி அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம். சோ இந்த தோஷத்தெல்லாம் ஒரு பேலன்ஸ்ல வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு, ஒரு ரெகுலர் மெயின்டெனன்ஸ்க்கு அதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும்? முதல்ல we have to come to the doctor and find out, right, which is
Well,
the food.
at this moment you cannot come, but we can send a doctor to you.
Okay.
To campus, because main thing is in Ayurveda, you have the discussion, feel the pulse of the patient, talk to them, find out your food aharam, what are your takes and don'ts and do's that you do. Based on that, certainly to keep you, there is a whole section in Ayurveda called gerontology, geriatrics, old age, problem which can be faced. And in Kerala, people who lived the way of Ayurveda have lived happily. Even today, I have sent a message for somebody who is celebrating his 105th birthday tomorrow. Great Kathakali Acharya. What a wonderful life he's living. No aches and pains. So all of you can surely practice it. Not for a particular vyadi.
ஆயுர்வேதிக் ஜாஸ்தி யூஸ்
Will
பண்றாங்க.
this consist only of இந்த கஷாயம் அந்த மாதிரி விஷயமா, இல்ல ஏதாவது வேற ஏதாவது அபியாசம், யோகா அபியாசம் அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாமும் பண்ணணுமா?
If yoga is possible, it will be very good to do without harming yourself too much. Along with that, kashayam, and today people finding it difficult to take kashayam, we give them tablets. And in olden days, they said right from young days onwards till the last, weekly once at least have an abhyangam, oil application on your body. The body needs lubrication, and it'd be good to do it. Being careful not to slip it on the floor and etc. You yourself can apply it on at least on your joints, etc. It will keep you away from pains and swelling, etc.
Okay. அப்ப இந்த சளி ப்ராப்ளம் அதுக்கெல்லாம்
all that, it's all because of the weakness of the body, and that imbalance can be corrected. கபவியாதி வருது, கபம் இல்லாம
கபம், பித்தம், வாதம் எல்லாம்
சுக்கு தண்ணி
முட்டி வலிக்க சம்பந்தம் இருக்கு.
சோ இது டாக்டர் பார்க்கணும், அப்படி டாக்டர் வந்து பார்க்கணும்னா எப்படி? How do we contact the PRO? We tell them?
No, I will. Yeah, you can contact Sri Ramchandran. I will ask him these points. I'm making.
உங்களோட மைக் மியூட் ஆயிருக்கு.
அங்க இருந்து பண்றாங்க போல இருக்கு தெரியாம.
மாத்தி பண்ணிருக்கோம்.
I will send you these medicine, the Agastya Rasayanam which you wanted, this kashayam sample, the formula of the kashayam, and also a physician at your convenience when you are free to come and check with you and suggest what are the do's and don'ts to keep yourself healthy, not for any particular disease.
Very good, doctor.
It's a nice thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Doctor, good evening.
Good evening.
I am M.
Thank you, Nani. Ramchandra Mama, everyone, thank you so much.
Yes,
I
sir.
am M. Srivasan from 10A Nani.
Yes, sir.
I am having frequent problem of this chali from the nose, and that is actually winter particularly. It is affecting me really rather severely.
Do you have a lot of phlegm formation? Do you have kabam varudunga? Kabam varudha?
Correct.
Illa dry cough.
கபம் வந்துருக்கு.
கபம் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. அதுக்கு நல்லது, அங்க லோக்கலாவே நீங்க ஜீரக கஷாயம் பண்ணி குடிக்கலாமே. ஜீரகத்தை போட்டு கொதிக்க வச்சு 4ல 1 அந்த தண்ணி பண்ணி ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்பூன் now and then you keep taking, you will see how beautifully that
சீரக கஷாயம் செலிக்கு சீரகம் இன்னைக்கு சாப்பிடுறேன் தோசை. சீரகம் அவ்வளவு நல்லதான். நம்மள சீரகம் இல்ல போடுங்க. சீரகம் இல்லையா?
ஹலோ.
Yes, sir.
ஜீரக கஷாயம் 4 ல இருந்து 1 கம்மி பண்ணி வச்சு
அப்பப்போ ஒரு ஸ்பூன் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருந்தா நம்ம அந்த கபத்தை துப்பி வெளியில வர வச்சிடலாம். அப்புறம் கபம் ஃபார்மேஷன் வராது.
சோ காலம்பரை ஒரு மாதிரி வெறும் வயித்துல சாப்பிடுற மாதிரி பண்ணணுமா? எப்படி?
அப்படி வேண்டிய எனி டைம். மார்னிங் ஆஃப்டர் பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் யூ கேன் டேக் லிட்டில், பிஃபோர் லஞ்ச் யூ கேன் டேக், ஈவினிங் யூ கேன் டேக். ஒரு 4-5 தடவை ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்பூன் அந்த கஷாயம் சாப்பிட்டா அதே உங்க சளியை காப்பாத்தும்.
அப்படின்னா ஒரு ஸ்பூன்னாக்க that means it must be concentrated கஷாயமா டாக்டர்? இல்ல
அதான் நாங்க ஒண்ணு பண்றோமே, அந்த இது தண்ணி ஊத்தி சப்போஸ் 2 கிளாஸ் தண்ணி ஊத்தி நம்ம கொதிக்க வைக்கிறோம்னா 1/2 கிளாஸ் பண்றோம்னா அதே ஒரு கான்சென்ட்ரேட்டட் கஷாயம் மாதிரி ஆச்சுங்களேன். பிளேன் ஜீரகம் அண்ட் அது சுக்கு ஓடணும்னா சுக்கும் போடலாம். தட்ஸ் ஆல். அங்க கிச்சன்லயே பண்ணி கொடுக்க சொல்லலாம்.
சீரகம் சுக்கு அதெல்லாம் சீரகம் சுக்கு.
ரெண்டு கிளாஸ் தண்ணியில வந்து மேபி about 3-4 tablespoons of ஜீரம் போடலாம்.
போட தெரியுமா? சீரக கஷாயம் போட தெரியுமா? சீரக கஷாயம் போட தெரியுமா?
Thank you doctor.
Thank you doctor.
Thank you. Sir, any other questions?
Oh. Sir, Raman again. Dhanvantri temple in your hospital, is it open as per usual timings?
Now we have reduced the time because they asked us to not allow public in big numbers. Few people come and go. So morning 5 we open, 8:30 we close it. Evening 5 we start, and by 7:30 we close it.
So when can we have a kashayam from the temple?
I will send it to you. I will ask and talk to you privately. I will arrange all these items which I have noted. I will get it across to you. You can distribute among your people.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Namaskaram. Thank you.
யாருக்காவது கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருக்கா?
Thank you, Mama.
கேள்வி ஒரு
Thank you, Ramchandra Mama. Thank you, doctor.
நீங்கள் ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின் கேட்கறதுக்கு இருந்தால் கேளுங்க, இல்லைன்னா அவருக்கு நான் வாட்டர் தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லணும்.
வாட்டர் தேங்க்ஸ்.
No thanks required. I'm part of your family. I'm only very happy that you organized an opportunity for me to guide at least a few of those elders who need some simple tips. We will take care of them.
கிருஷ்ணகுமார்ஜி சார், இப்போ எல்லாரும் கேள்வியை நிறுத்திக்காங்க. அவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு கேள்வி இருந்தால் எங்க கிட்ட எழுதி கொடுத்தா நாங்கள் அதை உங்கள்கிட்ட கேட்டு அவங்களுக்கு நாங்க பதில் சொல்றோம். டாக்டர் தரேன்னு சொன்ன கஷாயத்தை நாங்களே ஆயுர்வேத பார்மசியில டாக்டரிடம் கேட்டு வாங்கிட்டு வந்து எங்க கிச்சன் மூலமாக உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் சப்ளை பண்றதுக்கு ஏற்பாடு பண்றோம். கேக்குறதா?
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
கேக்குது இல்லையா நான் பேசுறது?
கேக்குறது.
அதனால எல்லாருக்கும் அந்த கஷாயம் கிடைக்கும். அவள்கிட்ட கேட்டு நாங்க வாங்கி தரோம். நீங்கள் எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்கணும், எல்லாரும் நல்ல ஆரோக்கியத்தோட இருக்கணுங்கிற ஒரே நோக்கத்தோட தான் இந்த காரியங்கள்லாம் நடக்குது. இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி பூரா எங்க ஹெட் ஆபீஸ்ல இருந்து தான் நாங்கள் உங்களுக்கு ஒளிபரப்புறோம். இந்த கஷாயம் எல்லாம் நீங்க சாப்பிடுறீங்களே, உங்களுக்கு நல்லா இருக்கா உடம்புக்கு?
Thank you so much for taking care of us. எல்லாமே ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கு. தோசை we are enjoying.
Very good.
மாமா,
ஓ,
நான் டைனர்ஸ்க்கும் கிடைக்குமா?
டைனர்ஸ்க்கும் கஷாயம் எல்லாம் கிடைக்கும்.
Okay, thank you.
அதுல எல்லாம்
sir, I am back.
நீங்க கஸ்டமர் தானே?
சரி சரி.
உங்களை இவ்வளவு நாள் எப்படி பாத்துக்கிட்டோமோ அதை விட ஜாஸ்தியா இந்த கொரோனா பீரியட்ல நாங்க பாத்துக்கிட்டோம்.
Namaskaram. I think the doctor is back.
Yes, I am very much there.
Thank you, doctor.
டாக்டர் வந்துட்டாங்க. உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது கேட்க வேண்டியிருந்தா ஒவ்வொருத்தரா கேளுங்க.
Okay, doctor, I was thank you so much for all the information you gave us. The question I have is, you talked about how you did homas and things like that, and today we have gas in our homes.
Yes.
So with the very little cooking that we are all doing, and since we cannot have these elaborate pujas, how do we keep our home sanctified in terms of bringing that kind of smoke or whatever in the atmosphere?
Very simple. We make something called aparajita churnam these days. It's a herbal mixture.
Okay.
And I'm sure many of the homes and even your Nani must be doing sambrani in the evening.
Okay.
In that, you can have 2 pinches of that.
Okay.
It removes all the microbes. Every night before I go to bed, I'm doing it. I have no mosquito problem. I have no microbe problem. It can cleanse your house. And today, big factories have started asking us, big hotels have started asking us for that. I will include that also in my packet to Nana Nani home. I will send it.
That would be wonderful. Now I have a question going back to the basic karpuram, or what did you say we are using to put that in?
You can put sambrani.
The sambrani itself seems to be so impure these days. So how do we find the right thing that won't harm us?
Well, we need to make sure that we buy a good quality, and I'm sure Nani people should be able to arrange, or we can arrange good one. Or
That
even
would be
without
helpful.
sambrani, that aparajita churnam itself alone, you can burn it. You can
Burn
do
it. Burn it what? It's inflammable?
No, it just smokes. It
Yeah.
just generates smoke, which spreads all over the house. In the evening after 6:37,
Okay.
just do it before you go to bed. You purify the whole place.
That's great. I would appreciate if you know any brand that sells that good
I will
kind
send
of.
it to you. You don't
Yes.
have to buy it. I will send it to you.
Okay. I
Just
appreciate that.
give you a name to Ramchandranji.
Yes.
It will reach you.
Thank you so much. I
Not-
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I will take care, sir.
Yes, sir.
Doctor,
Yes, ma.
Doctor, continuous question from this earlier one.
Please.
நீங்க இந்த அபராஜிதா அந்த இன்சென்ஸ் சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா?
ஆமா.
You said that, but sambrani and udvati, the doctors generally are all saying that not to use it because it affects the breathing tract, I mean the lungs and all that they say. So
Pardon them for
most
their
of,
ignorance. Pardon them for their ignorance.
is it okay? Because generally in these homes and all, generally people prefer not to use it. அதனால தான் கேக்குறேன் நான். Because I use.
See, there are bad agarbatti where they use chemicals, but people like you buy good quality agarbatti or good quality sambrani. அது ரெண்டு இல்லாம this powder I am supplying to many hospitals now. I am giving it to many doctors who advise their patient don't do it, but they themselves do it now. You can try it out, and then you'll find the difference.
நீங்க குடுக்குற பவுடரை வந்து எப்படி அதுல எப்படி எதுல ஒரு அதுக்கு ஒரு டனல் வேணுமா? How do we do it?
ஒரு கரண்டில அந்த பவுடரை போட்டு சும்மா ஒரு கற்பூரம் போட்டு ஏத்தி விட்டா அந்த பொடி புகையா இருக்கும். கற்பூரம் அணைஞ்சு போயிடும். That's all.
Okay. Thank you. I would like to take it and I will contact the PROs.
Yes, please. I will send it.
Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma.
Yeah, doctor, I want to ask regarding my mother. She is 90 years old.
Okay.
Generally, Pata, we get the feeling that she is perfectly normal.
Wonderful.
Normal irukra pains ella irukra mari dhaan irukku, but nothing abnormal for that age. She is complaining throughout the day. You know, from morning till night, 11 o'clock, she is complaining of pain somewhere in the body throughout the day. And the local doctors come up, they say, "Pata munji batale, she is not having so much. It's all psychosomatic." Her anxiety levels are very high. So we tried, you know, based on the allopathic doctor's prescription, we tried increasing the sleeping and the Alprax medicines. But that makes her like sleeping throughout the day. She's like moving around like a zombie. So we're wondering, Ayurvedically, is there anything which can calm her?
We have something called Manasamitra Vadagam. It is not a sleeping medicine, but calms your mind. And once you get used to it, most of the people feel so happy and relaxed. And you have a nice therapy center there. If the doctor or the therapist there can give some oil application, it will really relieve her from the body pain. It is
I didn't hear the name of the medicine. Some Vadagam you mentioned. What Vadagam?
For which one, sir?
இல்ல நீங்க சொன்ன பேர் எனக்கு காதுல விழல. You said some Vadagam.
For your mother, Manasamitra Vadagam. Manasamitra Vadagam.
Manasamitra Vadagam.
I will send it to you. Just give a note to Ramchandra sir that you want it. I will send it across to you.
Okay, doctor. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sir, I have another question for the general public. All of us are home, and so we are certainly going to find some deficiency as far as vitamin D is concerned, because we are not going out very much and exposed to the sun. So is there some kind of home remedy that we can do to boost our vitamin deficiency vitamin D?
Well, we can make some special preparation for you and send it to you so that it will help your vitamin D to be boosted up.
Okay.
I can send in general. We can send you the simple formula so that it's all fresh herbs and not company medicines.
Right.
We can
Okay.
send it.
Okay.
I can send.
Is there anything in our kitchen cabinet that we should be using more that has vitamin D in it?
I will come back on that. I'm not immediately able to reply, but I just checked with my pharmacist. And definitely all the kitchen medicine, kitchen items are Party Vaidyam. It is all remedies.
Right.
What item to be included in your food, we can guide you on that.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sir, one more question.
Please.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
நீங்க சொன்னீங்கல்ல அந்த அகஸ்திய ரசம் and then கஷாயம் அதெல்லாம் when we take that ஏதாவது பத்தியம் ஏதாவது இருக்கா? ஜெனரலி ஆயுர்வேதம் எந்த மருந்து சாப்பிட்டாலும் we use பத்தியம் எல்லாம் இருக்கணும்பா. Is it okay? For example, my husband is taking blood thinner.
None of you are into too much of fried items. None of you are too much into non-vegetarian food. None of that is being taken. So you are already on patyam. So along with this, we go together. Don't worry.
Oh, that's good. That's good. அப்ப no, the tamarind புளி ஜாஸ்தி யூஸ் அதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது இல்லையா? அது மாதிரி எல்லாம் ஒண்ணும் இல்லை.
நான் அங்க வந்து சாப்பிடுறேன். அதிகமா ஒண்ணும் புளி இல்லையே. சாம்பார்ல எங்கயோ கொஞ்சம் புளி.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. Okay, thank you, doctor. Okay, I'll take the medicines. Ramachandra Mamata will ask them to எதுவெல்லாம் முடியுமோ சொல்லலாம்.
I will tomorrow itself and arrange all these items.
Okay, thank you.
ஏதாவது இருக்கா?
Thank you.
Doctor, I have a question.
Please, ma'am.
It's slightly personal kind of thing because I am very busy. I keep myself very busy throughout the day.
Very
and
good.
a lot of exercise ellame பண்ணுவேன் and I sing. Suddenly I'm completely normala இருக்கும்போது day to day normala இருக்கும்போது suddenly my pressure shoots. I have blood pressure and sugar under control, pressure is also under control, and I'm taking medicine for both. But நார்மலா இருக்கும்போதே எவ்ரிதிங் நார்மலா இருக்கும்போது திடீர்னு நைட்ல இட் பிரஷர் ஷூட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஐ கெட் தலை சுத்தல் வருது. ஸோ அண்ட் தென் ஐ ஹேவ் டு டேக் ஒன் மோர் டேப்லெட் அண்ட் தென் வெர்டின். அது திடீர்னு அது வருது. ஐ எம் ரியலி ஸ்கேர்ட். இது ஏன் வருதுன்னு நோ டாக்டர் இஸ் ஏபிள் டு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட்.
Do you fill your mind with too many worries?
I don't have any worries at all. Happily settled.
Then meditate before going to bed. Meditate for just even 10 minutes. Calm your mind. Pull out of all your activity. Back to the Lord's lap. Sleep well. You will not find any BP going up at all. And
I don't get sleep
you are
properly.
a BP patient, be careful when you wake up at night. You just sit on the cot, then stand up, then walk. Suddenly don't get up and walk and then you fall. That should not happen. And try to reduce your salt intake. If you can reduce your salt intake, especially in the evening food, if you can reduce, that will help your BP to be controlled much better.
Good evening, doctor.
Good evening, ma.
என்னோட ஹஸ்பண்ட் கிட்னி ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கு, பொட்டாசியம் ஹை ஆயிடுது. ஸோ இது ப்ரிவென்டிவ் கொரோனா ப்ரிவென்டிவ் கஷாயம் எடுத்துக்கலாமா?
எடுக்கலாமே, அதுக்கு இதுக்கு சம்மந்தம் இல்லை. ஒன்லி திங் பொட்டாசியம் ஹையா இருந்தால் டொமேட்டோஸ் கொடுக்காதுங்க அவருக்கு. Tomato. And how much is the creatinine?
Creatinine is within limit.
Very good. Nothing to worry. Just potassium to be lowered. Tomato is the main killer of, increaser of potassium. Don't completely avoid that. Don't give it at all.
Okay.
And how is the urination? Is plenty of urination going?
Nothing. No. He's normal.
In the urine, just check the albumin. If there's any leakage of albumin.
Albumin leakage irukku, protein leakage irukku.
Adha. So protein content adhigama saapidano. Protein foods, if you can take more, like paneer, you can take, or soya, you can take. Being vegetarians, you can't take egg or a fish or other thing. But
potassium irundha paravailla, protein nariya edukalama?
Edukalame, onnum paravailla.
Okay. Okay, doctor. So kashayam evlo naalukku saapidano and preventive?
Well, normally we say 14 days at least you can have it. That is enough.
Okay, doctor. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Nambison கிட்ட தான் ட்ரீட்மென்ட் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காரு அவரு.
அப்படியா? ஓகே.
யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது கேள்வி கேட்கிறதுக்கு இருக்கா?
இருக்கு. ஹலோ. இருக்கு சார்.
Yes sir. நமஸ்காரம்.
இப்போ டயபெட்டிஸ் ஏதாவது ரெஜிமெண்ட் இருக்கா?
Little louder if you can make your voice.
Hello.
I think see, Rajagopalji was asking a question. 1 minute, ma. After him, you can. Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
அசப்பட்டுடி அதானே பெருங்காயம்.
I'm not hearing you, sir. Tell me, ma.
ஹலோ.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma.
பெருங்காயம் வந்து சமையல்ல யூஸ் பண்ணா அது வந்து இம்யூனிட்டி இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுமா?
கண்டிப்பா. அதுக்கு அந்த குவாலிட்டி இருக்கு.
ஓ, அது நிறைய எல்லாத்துலயும் போட்டுக்கலாம்.
ரொம்ப அதிகமா வேண்டியது இல்ல. நார்மலா எடுத்தாலே இட்ஸ் சேஃப்கார்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் லுக்ஸ் ஆஃப்டர். லைக் மோர்ல நம்ம போட்டு சாப்பிடுறோம். காய்ச்சின மோர்ல மஞ்சப்பொடி போட்டு பெருங்காயம் போட்டு கொஞ்சம் சாப்பிடலாம். It helps your digestion. It helps your stability in the body condition.
ஓகே ஓகே, ஒரு நிமிஷம். குட் ஈவினிங் சார். இப்ப இந்த கரோனா காசரம் we want some கஷாயம் to be taken like immunity increase பண்றதுக்கு. அதுக்குள்ள கஷாயம் அதுக்குள்ள என்ன இது உண்டோ அதை நீங்க கொஞ்சம் அனுப்பி தந்துடுங்க. We are in third phase. Nani.
Just leave a word with Ramachandra sir. I will send it to him so he can send it across.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you sir. Thank you very much.
எல்லாருக்கும் வந்து சேரும்.
எல்லாருக்கும் வந்து சேரும். நம்ம வந்து ஜெனரலா
நீ யாருக்கும் கேள்வி ஒண்ணும் இல்லையே?
சார் இருக்கு, அதான் மியூட் பண்ணிட்டேன். எனக்கு क्वेश्चन இருக்கு.
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
கிளியர். அதான் சார் வந்து நமஸ்காரம்.
நமஸ்காரம்.
I am having diabetics.
How much is your reading?
இப்போ வந்து போஸ்ட் பிராண்டியல் ஒரு மாசம் முன்னாடி எடுத்தப்போ 160 இருந்தது.
உங்க HbA1c எவ்வளவு ஆவரேஜ் for 3 months?
6.7 அந்த மாதிரி இருந்தது.
You are very much under normal. Nothing to worry.
Actually என்னோட டாக்டர் வந்து he is giving a combination of allopathy and ayurvedic medicine.
Okay.
He is giving ஸ்ரீதரியத்துல இருந்து மேகஸ்ரீன்னு ஒரு கேப்சூலும் பவுடர்னு ஒரு கன்காக்ஷன், அதாவது அதை வெந்நீர்ல கொதிக்க வச்சு சாப்பிட சொல்லியிருக்கார்.
சரிங்க.
அலோபதிக் மெடிசன் ட்ரைனஸ் ஏதோ ஒரு ஸ்மால் டோசேஜ் கொடுக்குறார். கண்ட்ரோல் இருக்கு. நான் உங்ககிட்ட என்ன கேட்கறதுக்கு விரும்பினேன்னா generally as a என்ன any regimen that you would like to suggest further or
well, main is the diet control, making sure on time you take your food and make sure that you don't take any sweets and avoid, or you are very keen about sweet a day, reduce your other foods, or mambalasi sanna you can have 2 pieces, nothing wrong, but reduce 1 dosa or 1 idli to compensate. You can definitely continue with 6.4, 6.5. You can do it.
Thank you, doctor.
Namaskar. Yes, ma.
Hello. Type 2 diabetes ku only ayurvedic medicine la cure ஆகிறதுக்கு சான்ஸ் இருக்கா?
இருக்கு. எவ்வளவு இருக்கு?
ஒரு 10 இயர்ஸா இருக்கு. 10 to 20 years.
HbA1c எவ்வளவு இருக்கு?
எவ்வளவு இருக்கு மொத்தம்? 160யா? 160 170 அது மாதிரி.
இல்ல, HbA1c average for 3 months.
Average for 3 months 6.8.
Very much under normal. Nothing to worry. Live a good normal life.
இல்ல, because of taking இந்த மெடிசன் அலோபதி மெடிசன்ஸ் எடுக்கிறதுனால இந்த நார்மலுக்கு வந்திருக்கு. I want to know without
கஷாயம் இருக்கு. Start with the kashayam and once you feel comfortable, try reducing your allopathy to half the dose, not suddenly. And then withdraw fully, you can continue like that.
Okay. இப்போ புதுசா டயபெட்டிஸ் ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கவங்களுக்கு without allopathy medicines we can continue with ayurvedic.
Yes, yeah, you can.
Okay, thank you doctor. Thank you.
One more question doctor,
please.
Ayurvedic and allopathic combine பண்ணி எடுத்துக்கலாமா?
ஒண்ணு தப்பு இல்ல, but preferably with the knowledge of the doctor on the ayurvedic side, because we are aware of all the allopathic medicine. An allopathic doctor would normally say don't take Ayurveda.
Yeah, correct.
But we normally try to look into what medicine are you taking, and without affecting your withdrawal of that medicine, we can administer gradually and increase your dose of Ayurvedic medicine and help you to come out of, because allopathy medicine ultimately affects one medicine, affects another part, another medicine affects another part. Iatrogenic diseases சொல்லுவாங்க. அது வராம பார்த்துட்டா போதும்.
Okay, doctor. Thank you very much, doctor.
Thank you.
Doctor, talking about sweets, you said that 2 slices of mango would be fine.
Yes.
But is there not a difference between taking like a Mysore pak and mangoes? Are they all adding to the same sugar level?
But see, sugar is there even in your food also. And that's why I said when you take a little bit of Mysore pak, I'm not talking that long Krishna sweets Mysore pak.
Right.
One small quarter of it to palate for entertaining your tongue, you can have it, but reduce your carbohydrate food on the other part of it.
Would a mango slice not be better than a Mysore pak? I mean, is there a difference?
Preferably mango is better. Fruits are better.
And what about sugar? There is coconut sugar, there is jaggery, and then there is this other sugar. Is there any significant difference in the sugar level from that?
Jaggery will be better. Jaggery doesn't harm that much.
I see.
Vella payasam eppa potu saapidumbodu little jaggery payasam is good. Nothing wrong about it.
And dates?
Date also. 1 date a day is very good for keeping it. Not too many dates.
I see. Okay.
1 date you can.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. எல்லாரும் கேள்வி கேட்டு எல்லா கேள்விகளுக்கும் நீங்கள் பதில் வாங்கி நல்லா தெரிஞ்சு வச்சிருக்கீங்க. டாக்டருக்கு ஒரு தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லிட்டு இந்த
சார் ராமச்சந்திரன் சார் அது பண்ண கூடாது. I am a part of your family. All the elders, I am very happy to take care of them.
இந்த தேங்க்ஸ்
I love you to thank. I thank you and all the participants for finding time to be with me.
Yeah.
Seeking the blessings of all of you elders. Namaskaram. I'm switching off. Bye bye.
Sir,
thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, Nani. Ramchandra Mama, thanks.
Yeah, it was very useful interactive session with our residents. Thank you for spending your valuable time with our residents, and you patiently addressed all the queries of our residents. I once again thank you for your valuable time spending with us during this pandemic session.
Namaskar. Thank you. Tomorrow my man will contact.
அதவிட முக்கியமானது இந்த கஷாயம் சாம்பிராணி ரெண்டும் சொல்லிருக்கீங்க.
எல்லாமே நோட் பண்ணிருக்கேன். Tomorrow my manager will contact you and arrange it through our vehicle to be delivered here for all of you.
சாம்பிராணி எங்க ஹோம்லயும் நாங்க வந்து வெள்ளிக்கிழமை நல்ல நாட்கள்ல எல்லாம் நிறைய புகையை விடுறோம். அதுக்கு நீங்க சொன்ன அந்த மருந்து வந்து எங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சதுன்னா அந்த பவுடர் கிடைச்சதுன்னா
I will send it. I will send it.
Yeah, namaskar.
And agastya rasayam kuda. Mama agastya rasayam.
Note பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். நோட் பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
Thank you. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, Mama.
Namaskaram, sir. All the residents எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். இந்த செக்ஷன்ல கலந்துக்கிட்ட
நமஸ்காரம் மாமா. நமஸ்காரம் மாமா.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ramchandra Mama and the team. Thank you, Ananyas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you so much. Very, very lovely program. Thank you.
Very useful session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Namaskaram. Santosham.
Ramchandra Mama, namaskaram. Thank you very much.
எல்லாரும் ஆரோக்கியத்துடன் என்றும் நன்றாக வாழறதுக்கு நாங்கள் மகாலட்சுமியை வேண்டிக் கொள்கிறோம். மற்றபடி டாக்டரும் நமக்கு ஒரு தெய்வம் மாதிரி அவர்களுடைய அட்வைஸை எடுத்துக்கிண்டு நன்றாக வாழறதுக்கு எல்லாரும் முயற்சி செய்யுங்க.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. To know more about Nani lifestyle, please do subscribe, share and like this channel.